When it comes to baseball, we gotta say this sport is still really unpopular with Vietnamese people. For that reason, we invited to today's edition of Talk Sport two experts. One is a former minor league baseball players in the US, and the other one has been involved in the Vietnamese baseball community since its first days. So hopefully after our talk today, you guys can learn more about this interesting sport. So please welcome to our Talk Sport today, former minor league pitcher Lucas Benedetti and Tuấn Nguyễn. Please welcome everyone to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me. My name is Lucas Benedetti. I am 29 years old, and I was a former professional pitcher with the Cincinnati Reds in the US. Let's see, currently I've lived in Vietnam for 4 years now, and I am an English teacher here. And I'm also coaching the Devil Bats team as well. So that's.
Oh wow! What are you, Tuấn Anh? Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Tuấn Anh, and I'm 24 years old. And currently, right now, I'm working as a office worker. But I used to be a baseball player for the Hanoi Capitals. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice because you know what, like in the duration time when we was doing the research over like the development of baseball in Vietnam, we actually learned that you guys were friends before accidentally. Yeah, so can you guys share more about that? Like in what circumstance you guys knew about each other and how long have you known each other?
Yeah, I met Tuấn Anh when we were actually playing a game on opposite teams. He was playing for the Capitals. I was playing for the Devil Bats. And yeah, I think we got to talking, and he was telling me that he got offered a scholarship to go to university in the States. And so, yeah, I mean, anybody who likes baseball, we tend to become friends pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Totally agree.
It sounds like a really like a united sport.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so Lucas, you used to play professionally for the MLB, right? So can you share us more about that experience?
Yeah, so I was drafted in 2016 by the Cincinnati Reds in the 10th round. And my professional career lasted for about 2.5 years. I made it all the way up to single A, high A. And after that, I had one bad season at the end of my career, and that was it.
Oh,
and
really?
Then I was finished, yeah.
What happened?
I actually tore my UCL right here.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's long.
Yeah, so I had to get surgery, and I could not play baseball for 1 whole year. Yeah, I had to rehab my arm, and essentially what they did is they drilled a hole here, and they drilled a hole here, and they tied my elbow back together.
Wow.
So yeah, Tommy John surgery. Yeah,
Oh my God. I mean, like seriously.
At the end of the day, it is a business, so they're going to do what they have to do for their organization to make the right decisions, or you know, to proceed how they think they should.
Oh.
So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What about you, Tuấn Anh? I remember like in 2015, right? Your team was selected by Asia Pacific Zone to participate in the U16
Cold War Series in Lafayette, Indiana, United States.
Like I think that's like a really like big event, like a milestone in your like lifetime with baseball. So can you share about that?
Well, actually, when it comes to the Cold War Series, like it's like everyone's dream. Baseball players who was playing in the Pony League, you know, like we was dream about one day we can like or go there and then try our best, and it's like the dream come true for us. And I think probably we're doing our best at that tournaments.
Sounds like a lot of work. But do you guys like I've been so curious about like the reason what made you guys stick with this sport for so long? Like what is the thing, like the outstanding thing about this sport that, you know, what's that?
the thing that really kept me playing baseball was first, I grew up around baseball, so I had that natural, attraction to it because of my family. But also, when you compare baseball to other sports like football or basketball, baseball is a really mental game.
You think?
Yes. Oh, I know. And
Yeah, totally
it's-
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to like deal with failure in baseball. So like if you are a hitter and you get a hit 3 times out of 10 times, you're in the Hall of Fame. And that's 7 times that you're failing out of 10.
Wow.
And so it's a mental game. You have to know that you're going to fail sometimes, and you have to be mentally strong. And that's what I really appreciate about baseball is it turns you into a really just a tough human being. So
it helps a lot, right?
yeah, with just I'm sure you would agree. The mental side of baseball is it teaches you how to deal with things, deal with problems, deal with failure. So that's why I really gravitated towards baseball.
So like normally like a baseball game usually lasts for like I think around like 3 hours, right?
Yeah, around 3 hours.
That's pretty much like a long time for a game.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think? Like, what do you do to maintain your stamina to deal with that? I think is that an easy thing?
I think it depends by the position. Depends on the position. Yeah. But baseball is a game where you're not constantly moving. Like for example, in football, you're constantly running or doing something. In baseball, there's a lot of time in between each pitch to where you can sit back and gather your energy.
Yeah, I remember.
But once that play happens, everything is very fast and very max effort. So.
Fair.
Yeah, and one more thing, like in that 3 hours, when we're on the field, like we have to communicate to each other, and that is, I think, it's one of the things that keep me to focus on the play. Yeah, we communicate in each ball, like each case. Yeah,
fair.
So that's why.
But do you think like besides training yourself physically, do you think we should train like ourselves mentally as well to fit in the game of the baseball?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Why though?
Because to deal with failure, you have to have failed before. And the more you fail, the more successful you will be at.
So you mean like the people who have like a really weak mentality, they can't do this sport?
Not necessarily. It's just different than many. If you're the striker in football and you have a one-on-one with the goalie, you're expected to make that goal 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas in baseball, you're only expected to make it 3 times out of 10. You're failing 7 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So the way that you would weigh the two sports is much different. You have to be able to know failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in football, it's not really. You're not allowed to fail. You have to do well every single time.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one funny story is like before we are the Southeast Asia champions.
Yeah.
We lost consecutive 25 games.
Ooh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, in total.
a row?
In a row, yeah.
Wow.
And after that, we're the Southeast Asia champions.
Oh, but
Yeah.
like during that time, how did you and the team deal with that? I think it's a big thing for everyone.
Yeah. Like Lucas said that if you have to have the really strong mentality, and then like if you are teammates, where you have to be courage to each other, and well, make yourself really ready for the failure. Yeah.
Tiếp tục là vụt ngay. Bị kẹt rồi, Phan Bảo Trung bị kẹt rồi. Và trọng tài xác định đó là một tình huống double play, đó là một tình huống fly out. Phan Bảo Trung đã chạy về third base và hiệp đấu này là kết thúc như vậy đấy các bạn ạ. Quá nhanh chóng. Một tình huống double play để kết thúc hiệp đấu này. Và người thực hiện phá bóng đó chính là Phạm Tuấn Vinh. Và Mạnh Chiến. Một quả Grand Slam 4 điểm cho Archers. Cú Grand Slam đầu tiên của sân số 1 sau 2 ngày thi đấu vừa rồi. Đó đến từ vị trí của Phạm Mạnh Chiến. Cú Grand Slam đầu tiên của giải đấu năm nay. Một cú đánh thẳng vào giữa sân, nơi mà có lẽ cự ly là xa nhất. Chạm chơi của Phong Vũ, liệu sẽ có double play? Loại đồng người second base, ném về first base, double play. Một tình huống phòng ngự tốt của Sài Gòn Storm, sữa bạn của Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh 2 để kết thúc hiệp đấu này. Bóng được ném từ Yutaro về chốt 2 và chốt 2 ném về chốt 1. Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh 2 đang tiếp tục cho thấy khả năng phòng ngự tốt của mình. Và đó là sự khác biệt của trận đấu này. Bóng đây vào sân, bóng đã rơi xuống. Sẽ là một điểm nữa cho Benedetti. 4-1 cho Devilbat.
Benedetti đã không về kịp.
Rồi, vào một tình huống mà chúng tôi đã hơi sớm. Bóng đã đi ra không rất tần, nhưng có vẻ Benedetti đã mất tốc ở thời điểm quyết định.
Đó là một pha phòng thủ rất hay của Nguyễn Ngọc Lanh, third base của Hồ Chí Minh City 1. Khi mà tưởng chừng nhưng Luca Benedetti đã về kịp home plate thì anh ta đã có một cú chuyền về cách chơi rất là xuất sắc.
Contact tốt. Bóng bay rất xa ra sân ngoài. Home run rồi thưa các bạn. Home run, vâng, trọng tài đã xác định đây là một pha home run. Điểm đầu tiên cho Hồ Chí Minh 2. Người ghi điểm chính là cầu thủ bát ba Kidake Yutaro.
Yutaro và Phạm Mạnh Chiến. Yutaro vùng ngay. Và là một cú home run thứ hai của Yutaro trong trận chung kết này. Cầu thủ đầu tiên có 2 cú home run trong một trận đấu ở giải đấu năm nay. Và người đó là Kidake Yutaro. Yutaro hat-trick home run. Hat-trick home run cho Yutaro. 8-3. Lần đầu tiên chúng ta thấy có một cầu thủ đánh được nhiều hơn 2 home run trong một trận đấu và Yutaro đánh đến 3. Lần này là một cú two run home run, cách biệt là 5 điểm. Rõ ràng nếu giành chiến thắng ở trận đấu này, Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh 2 thì Kidake Yutaro sẽ là người hùng của trận đấu này.
Chúc mừng cho đội vô địch ngày hôm nay, Hồ Chí Minh 2 sẽ vô shot.
So what about now, you guys? Have you been still carry on like the passion?
Lucas.
Yeah, I think I will, like, as long as I'm living, I will probably have passion for
Wow.
baseball.
Wow.
It's just too big a part of my life to like completely just forget about it. But until very recently, like I said, I've been in Vietnam for 4 years now,
Yes.
and the first couple years I was living here, I had no idea that Vietnam even had baseball at all. And then probably about 6 or 7 months ago, I barely found out that there's actually teams in Vietnam and they're playing, and like there's a community here.
Oh, really?
And so as soon as I, found out about that, I was like, oh, I need to go make some new friends and
Yeah.
go. Hopefully I can teach some guys here, some skills that I learned back in America, and just grow the game and give as many kids and players as much knowledge as I
Inspire
can.
them, right?
Yeah, of course.
You?
For me, after the 2015, and I've started to change from players to coach. Yeah, for the younger kids like under 10 or 12 and unders. Yeah, for the Hanoi Capitals for my baseball club. Yeah, till now, I still try to make it as much as possible,
Yeah.
but because of my work schedule and stuff, so yeah, so still, yeah, just like Lucas, baseball is my life. So I think that I will try my best to give back to the baseball communities in Vietnam.
But do you think it's just like Vietnamese baseball is developing now?
Yeah, for sure. Because back from the 2008, we start from the just like bunch of kids just playing, goofing around with the baseball. And right now, till now, I think you guys all know that in Vietnam we have the Vietnam Baseball and Softball Federations. To be managed and to give the players the benefit that they deserve to have, Yeah. So for me, it's like right now Vietnam, the development of baseball in Vietnam is rising really fast. Yeah.
Is there potential for you to get back to the track, Lucas?
Get back to the what?
Track.
To the trek of what?
Being like a professional player again.
No, my playing days. I will still play for
Yeah.
fun, like with the Devil Bats, and you know, if there's a tournament like we just had in Ho Chi Minh City,
Oh, yeah?
I will play. Yeah, it's always great to be a player,
Oh,
but
it wasn't that long ago, right?
yeah, it was just last
Like,
month.
yeah, last month.
Oh,
August.
how was that?
August, yeah.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. And going back to your question that you just asked, Tuan Anh, from an American perspective, I
Yes.
think that baseball is growing pretty quickly in Vietnam. Almost every major city in Vietnam has a baseball team. So I think that's, I mean, we have like 3 teams in Hanoi right now. We have about, 3 teams in Saigon, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have Da Nang, we have Nha Trang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, it's starting to, you know, spread around the
Yeah.
whole country, not just in Hanoi or
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh. So, I'm excited to see where baseball goes in.
Yeah,
in
me
Vietnam.
neither. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your biggest like expectation about the baseball in Vietnam?
I wouldn't say I have any expectations, but I just knowing that baseball was such a big part of my life growing up. I mean, I see how crazy. Like Vietnamese people, they love football, right? They love it, and
Yeah,
so
I love sport.
yeah, exactly. And so I think gradually with time, as the game develops more, I think Vietnamese people are going to love baseball. And I mean, in the tournament in Ho Chi Minh City, like the fans of the teams were, you know, getting into it. They were chanting. They were in baseball. There's a lot of chanting. So
Oh,
I
really?
mean, yeah, it's a fun environment. And yeah, I think the more exposure Vietnamese people have to baseball, I think more Vietnamese people will gradually start to like it and want to play it.
Yeah. What about you, Tuan Anh? Do you have any expectation?
Well, for me, my expectations here is like I just said that, and once the baseball players they gonna have the opportunities, they have the benefits and everything that they deserve to have, like, you know, from the fans, like cheering and stuff, but also from the management of the federations and stuff. The players, I think they just have to focus on how they play, how they show on the field, but on the back there's so many other things that they have to deal with. So I hope that there will be the operations or the federations that they're gonna help them with that.
Yeah, I think to add on that, I think it's very important that we start building some actual baseball fields in Vietnam. That is, I think that's step number 1.
Yeah,
is
for
to
sure.
have real fields where, you know, kids can come out and practice, and where they have some older guys like Tuan Anh at the field who are, you know, showing them how
Yeah,
to be a
sure.
baseball player.
Sure.
Because right now it's difficult to find people who have experience playing baseball in Vietnam. So, like you said before, when was that?
2008.
Yeah, they were just goofing around, you know. And,
Yeah. But do you think the facility in Vietnam is qualified enough so far?
For me, I think that recently that after we got the Vietnam Baseball and Softball Federations, the facilities and the sponsors for and everything like that are gonna. You know, I think well, it's gonna be qualified soon. You know.
Oh, so it's not yet.
Soon because I think in any sport, if you start building from the bottoms, like you have to like be
for
like
sure.
you really like
Takes time.
Takes time, yeah.
I mean, like we've seen so many nice soccer pitches here and so many nice basketball courts. We just need to have the fields for people to be able to play, and then I think it's going to spread like wildfire.
Like for one example, like Lucas said that, for example, in Nha Trang or Da Nang, they have the baseball team there, but not every players they have like enough like equipments such as glove or the bats
Cleats,
and
bats.
cleats and stuff. But recently, before the tournament in Ho Chi Minh City, like the Vietnam Baseball and Softball Federations, they are giving around the the clubs and all those baseball stuff.
is
Yeah,
that
for every teams. Yeah.
Oh, is that like the sponsorship?
Yeah. Sponsorship. Yeah.
Fair. So as like I would say you guys can be or might be like the baseball influencer in your own community here. So like personally, what is your take on what you should do to inspire people more to play baseball?
Well, for me, it's pretty easy. Like throughout years, like I want to show the kids and then pupils that what baseball can give me.
Yes.
What did I get from baseball? Like
beneficial.
Because of baseball, have the opportunity to travel a lot. To so many countries, have the experience in so many cultural, and and I learn and I study and I like really love baseball because what baseball can give me, the passions, the how to deal with failure, and the mentality, the physical and stuff. Yeah,
fair.
Yeah, I guess like to add on that for the personal side, like I got my college paid for, so I didn't have to pay for college. So I was lucky enough that I got a scholarship.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to pay money out of pocket to go to college. So I think I think that's something, you know, to share with like the kids here. It's like, hey, if you work hard and you know you do really well, that you can get your school paid for and maybe go, like you said, go to another country and experience new things, you know. Like I think that's also a super, you know, a valid point.
Lucas just said you have to work hard and the chance, the opportunity will come to get you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I think from now on the federations will handle those kind of situations, you know. Yeah, they're doing the scout things and stuff. Yeah, more facilities. Yeah.
Yeah, I think to get to that point, it's really important. I think if you're going to do anything really well in life, you need to have the mindset that you are obsessed with the thing that you are doing.
Yeah.
And for me, ever since I was in high school, like I didn't care about having a job. I didn't care about going to college.
Really?
The only thing I cared about was playing baseball and being.
Is that a bit too much?
No, but that's like how you have to be, though. I feel like if you don't, you know, if you don't push yourself to certain expectations, then you probably won't achieve them.
Yeah, but let's say, like, did you guys ever ask your parents about being like a professional player and consider that as a proper career?
The conversations between me and my teammates, they sometimes they already asked their parents if about that questions, and all they answer is like, if you want to do it, just do it. Yeah.
Wow, it seems like their parents are really supportive.
Yeah.
I'm really amazed because like that doesn't sound really like the traditional Vietnamese parents at all. Yeah, I think that answer should be from Lucas, right?
So like I said, my family was like a big baseball family. When I got to high school, I mean, since I was a little kid, I always told my parents, like, I'm going to be a professional baseball player. I know I'm going to be a professional baseball player. And my parents were just like, okay, well, we'll see what happens, you know, kind of doubting me, you know.
But they let you.
Yeah, they let me. But as soon as I got to, like, once I got a scholarship to play Division I, then my parents realized, like, okay, this could be a reality. Like, this could happen. And then 2 years later, I was drafted. So, I mean, it happens really quick. But I kind of just like, when you grow up in America and you say like, oh, I'm going to be a baseball player, people will look at you and be like, okay.
We'll see. Yeah.
So, I mean, you gotta have that, you know, that
faith.
Mentality that you're gonna prove everybody wrong.
Fair. But why? I don't get it. Why is that really something really vague, like a vague future, if you want to become a baseball player, especially in the state?
There's two reasons why. It sounds unrealistic. the first reason is like, it's every kid's dream to play professional baseball. So I mean, that's literally every kid in America wants to be a baseball player.
it's
So
been
you
like
have so many people.
Yeah.
And number two, I think that baseball is the hardest sport to go to the big leagues in. Like, for example, in football or soccer or basketball, it's college and then pro. Whereas baseball, you have different levels of pro. Like I was in the minor leagues, but there's four levels in the minor leagues, and then you have the big leagues on top.
So there's a lot of layers, right?
Yes, there's a lot of different levels, and the competition is like very extreme. So it's the hardest sport to become a pro at in America.
So let's say if you had a chance to become like a baseball tournament organizer, what would you do? And do you think it would be difficult to organize one in Vietnam?
I think it would be kind of difficult because right now, like you said earlier, the facilities are the biggest problem. We have teams already, but the facilities is the biggest problem. And I think I would, if I were in charge of organizing the tournament, I think I would kind of follow the footsteps of Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's footsteps. He's done a great job already with developing baseball in Vietnam. He's done a great job already, and I'm super thankful that I met him. He's a great guy, and yeah, he organized the entire tournament down in Ho Chi Minh City, and it was a blast. It was super fun. So yeah, the only thing I would say is to just have facilities.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Yeah, to add on Lucas' ideas, like I just he just said Tom. His name Mr. Thomas Trotler, the American lawyers that he was founders of the Hanoi Capitals, and his wife Miss Ngọc Thúy. She's now the general secretary of the Vietnam Baseball and Softball Federations.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So if I have a chance like to be a tournament organizers, first of all I will follow the footsteps of theirs and also like I just mentioned before, I already have my connections and connections and stuff to like. I think probably in the futures I might really confident if I have a chance to be the organizers. Yeah.
Oh, so what are you like up now, the name to organize one?
Yeah, for sure. I always like the one of the ways like to give the Vietnamese people like to know more about baseball is to help a tournament.
Yeah, to raise the awareness about the sport.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so for now, you are like fully potential to organize one, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm 100% confident. Yeah.
So what are you waiting for?
Let's see. We'll see. We'll see in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any like current plan for that?
Yeah, like I said, I right now I'm building my connections, and I try to like talk to Coach Tom and Coach Thúy. Yeah. So like to know what their future plan about baseball and like like just learn from them. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lucas, would you be willing to be a part of the tournament organization as well?
Will you help me?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I think you guys would be like a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nang, do you think like what role should Lucas be in the organization?
The general counsel advisors, for the technicalities and stuff. Yeah.
You okay with that, Lucas?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So last but not least, what are your goals for like baseball in Vietnam?
Lucas, go first.
I think my goals for baseball in Vietnam, number one, I've lived in Vietnam for 4 years now.
Yes.
I love Vietnam. It's an amazing country. I think my goal here in Vietnam for baseball would to be part of the national team.
Oh,
and
wow.
with like coaching, obviously, not playing.
Yeah.
But,
okay. That makes sense.
I'm not Vietnamese, so I can't play.
Fair.
But yeah, I would like to be a part of the national team, and I think like with my professional experience, I can you know, guide these guys to becoming, you know, a force in
sure.
Asia. And I would like, for me, it would make me so happy to see Vietnam, you know, go up there with, you know, Korea or Japan to be like the baseball force in Asia, you know?
Yeah, and also you can make the most of what you have like in hands from the MLB as well, right?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
exactly. So
What are you, Tuấn Anh?
yeah.
Well, my goal actually, I think I might say I'm trying not to attend into the national teams, but I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna be the members of the Vietnam Baseball and Softball Federations. Yeah, and through that, I think that I can use my abilities and my networks like to help Vietnam to be the force in Asia. Yeah.
Do you think it is possible to become
Yeah,
like
for sure.
reality
For
show?
sure, for sure. If
100%.
we are right now. We are going the right way.
right
It
path.
just takes time, you know. Yeah.
I
How long do you think it would take? I'm really looking forward to that. Seriously. Yeah.
To be on the same level as Japan and Korea, how long would that take?
I wouldn't say that. I would say like to come to the peak, for example, of baseball in Vietnam.
I think maybe even 5 years. I think
5 years?
if we can get fields ready, I think it's going to grow a lot. That's my opinion.
And that's all for our talk today. I hope that you guys have learned something about baseball. And I also wish Lucas and Tuấn Anh the best in your career because they are doing something really wonderful to develop the sport in our country. And now, thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you guys in our next Talk Sport. Bye!